Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. Have you ever thought, this is it? This changes everything. Have you ever thought to yourself, oh, this is it? This changes everything, until it didn't? And so maybe you read another book because, oh, your mind must not be convinced. Or you listen to another podcast because you might not understand it yet. Or you invest in another course because you still haven't found the missing piece. And you have another aha moment. This time it feels different. But eventually, nothing changes. And you make the worst conclusion of all, that there must be something wrong with you. What if there is nothing wrong with you? What if your conscious mind, the part that makes decisions and analyzes and looks at things logically, what if it has been convinced for years, but your subconscious mind hasn't agreed? That's the part of you that runs all of your patterns and habits and turns on your emotions, because your subconscious mind is not asking, is this true? It's asking, is this a better strategy than the one that's been keeping me safe all these years? And until your subconscious answers yes, it will continue running the old program. Not because you're weak, not because you're broken, not because you're flawed, not because you need to be fixed, but because it has not reached subconscious agreement. And that is a completely different problem to solve. See, we've all been taught that transformation comes from information. So we collect books and podcasts and courses and quotes and certificates and another explanation, because if our lives are not changing, our conclusion is, well, there's something about us that's not convinced yet. And you keep searching, because that explanation makes sense that you'll finally find the answer. But how many incredible insights have you already had? How many times have you said, I know exactly why I do this? And yet you still find yourself in the same painful problems. If information alone would change your life would already be upgraded. So what I've discovered after more than 20 years of assisting people creating lasting transformation is that information creates awareness. Awareness creates insight. Insight creates possibility based on your potential. But the possibility of your potential is not transformation. Transformation begins when your subconscious agrees with a better strategy. And that's the step almost nobody talks about. I'll give you some examples. Client comes in to see me because she kept saying yes when she desperately wanted to say no. And she'd read books on boundaries. She knew she needed healthier relationships, and she could explain exactly why she people pleased. She even understood it came from her childhood. She had all the information, the insight, and yet the next time someone asked her for something, she still heard herself say, "Sure, I can do that." Ugh. Her conscious mind understood boundaries, but her subconscious mind hadn't agreed that saying no was actually going to be secure. It was still running the old strategy. If I disappoint people, I might lose connection. We don't need another book on boundaries. We need the subconscious to agree to a better strategy, that healthy relationships are not built by abandoning yourself. Well, they're built by being authentically known. By the way, that comes from the levels of certainty and validation. Then there was a client who believed she needed more proof before she moved forward into a really big goal. In fact, that's what she said. If I just had more proof I can do this, I'll finally move forward. She did not have an information problem. She knew exactly what she wanted. And she didn't have a problem that she needed more proof. The problem was that her subconscious did not yet agree she'd be okay if things did not work out. Oh, that's an ability to repair. That is the freedom of other choices to pivot into. And until that agreement changed, more proof was never going to be enough. So she was coming from the level of autonomy, the control of outcomes, the certainty of herself. And then there was the client. By the way, I'm giving you the examples of people from the last week. This woman, she was exhausted because every relationship seemed to end the same way. She could tell me exactly why. She knew that she had an unworthiness wound. She knew that she kept choosing unavailable people that couldn't be present. She had years of insight, but that did not stop her from choosing the next unavailable partner, because her subconscious was still asking the same question. How do I prove that I should be connected? It wasn't choosing love. It was choosing a strategy it had learned to prove its worth. And that's why she would continue to give until there was nothing left. By the way, if this is resonating with you, then I've got a live workshop that you'll also be able to access on demand. Break through the self-sabotage and map your path forward. And this is not another workshop filled with information that you're going to forget by the next week. Together, we're going to uncover the subconscious patterns that have been quietly shaping your life, identify where they're incomplete, and so that's been keeping you stuck, and then create subconscious agreement with a better strategy. And you'll also discover what's your next step. Is it healing, wholeness, thriving, life by design? Yeah, because you need to stabilize the level that you're in before you can move to the next level up. Registration is not open yet, but you can join the workshop waitlist at dawnlandrum.com. And as my gift, you will immediately receive my resistance release hypnosis audio, designed to help you begin reducing subconscious resistance before the workshop ever begins, because you don't need more information. You don't need another insight. Your subconscious agreement begins with a better strategy that will move you into your next level of breakthrough. See, your subconscious has one responsibility: protect you. It does not ask, what will make me the happiest? What will have me fulfilled? What will have me moving forward, partnering for progress? Nope. It says, what's kept me safe? And if an old strategy protected you once, your subconscious is not going to abandon it simply because your conscious mind learned something new. It needs agreement. And This is the reason why I use hypnosis. Why hypnosis? Hypnosis isn't about giving you more information, and it's not even about creating another aha. It's about helping your subconscious evaluate and agree that a strategy, that protected you years ago may not create the life that you want to experience today. So, until we get together again, instead of asking, why can't I change? How about we ask a better question to get a better answer? What strategy has my subconscious been protecting? Because once you understand that, you're no longer fighting yourself. You're partnering for progress. So may your focus, your feelings, your actions, and your identity become aligned with the life you desire. One more thing. You really don't need more information. You need a breakthrough. And so I want to personally invite you to something that you can't register for yet. I have an upcoming workshop that is going to assist you if you ask yourself, why do I keep ending up here? It is Breakthrough Self-Sabotage and Map Your Path Forward, where you're going to discover the subconscious patterns that have been shaping your life, identify what's truly been keeping you stuck, and leave with a clear path forward. But registration isn't open yet. So you can join the workshop waitlist to find out when it does open. And I'm going to give a gift to you immediately so you can help yourself begin releasing the subconscious resistance that's been standing between you and the life you desire. And so sign up for the workshop waitlist just to get notified when registration opens. And you're going to receive immediate access to your resistance release hypnosis audio experience. Okay, go to dawnlandrum.com to join the workshop waitlist, and let's begin your breakthrough together.